Hey warriors, welcome back. There is a reason people can still control your emotions. A reason they can make you angry, stressed, or confused. It's because you still care too much about what others think. You still react. You still let people enter your mind. In this world, the person who stays calm when everyone else loses control wins. The calm person is respected. The emotional person is controlled. When chaos starts and everyone is arguing, shouting, or panicking, the one who stays silent becomes the center of power. Because stillness is a form of dominance. Machiavelli said, "The wise man does at once what the fool does finally." The fool reacts. The wise man watches, waits, and acts with intention. His calmness is not weakness, it is strategy. His silence is not fear, it is power. When you don't react, you take away control from others. They start doubting themselves, they start losing confidence. You break their power without saying a single word. The loud person shows their emotions. The calm person stays unreadable, and that is what makes him dangerous. This world doesn't reward the one who is just nice. It rewards the one who can stay composed under pressure. Anyone can look confident for a moment, but calmness, real calmness, cannot be faked. In this video, you will learn how to become controlled, not cold, calm, not weak. You'll learn how to stop seeking approval, how to stay centered during chaos, and how to use silence as strength. Because once you control your emotions, no one can control you. I want you to write this in the comments. I control the storm within. Let's begin. 1. Find peace inside chaos. The weak wait for peace to come. The strong create peace inside themselves, even when everything around them is falling apart. Chaos is not a warning to panic. Chaos is a test. It separates those who break from those who rise. When others rush, you slow down. When others shout, you stay quiet. When others react, you stay aware. Anyone can be calm when life is easy, but true strength is staying calm when the world shakes. Machiavelli said, "He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command." But you cannot command others if you cannot command yourself first. Every situation is a fight between your emotions and your mind. Chaos is simply life asking, who leads you, your reaction or your reason? Most people break because they believe peace comes from outside, a quiet place, a break, a comfortable moment. But real peace comes from inside. It is built in the middle of fire, not away from it. You don't escape the storm. You become the calm inside it. When others try to provoke you, don't respond. Your silence will show their weakness. Your calm will expose their lack of control. The moment you stop reacting, the noise loses power. Train yourself to feel the chaos, but not absorb it. That is how you become unbreakable. Chaos is not sent to destroy you. It comes to test if you can stay centered. So when life gets heavy, breathe. Let the fire move through you without burning you. Because peace is not something you find. It's something you build inside yourself. When you stop waiting for the world to calm down, you become the calm. Chaos only destroys the person who tries to fight it. The wise man doesn't fight chaos. He watches. He waits. He lets chaos destroy itself. People who panic are easy to control. They show their emotions too quickly. They reveal their weakness. Anyone who knows how to push their buttons can break them. But a calm mind is different. Calmness is unreadable, unpredictable, unshakable. Your stillness becomes your strongest armor. This is not about being emotionless. It is about being in control. When you can stay relaxed while the world is loud, you reach a level of strength others cannot copy. Stop trying to escape difficult moments. Face them. Let fear get tired of chasing you. Peace is not comfort. Peace is control. And when you can hold peace in your chest while chaos surrounds you, you have already won. Drop this in the comments. I am calm in the storm. 2. Strength is born in silence. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is power. Weak people talk to prove themselves. Strong people stay quiet to protect their advantage. Real strength does not need noise. It moves quietly, watching, understanding, preparing. When you value silence, you stop wasting energy on pointless arguments. Every time you defend yourself or explain too much, you give away your power. Machiavelli said, "The lion cannot escape traps, and the fox cannot fight wolves." So be both the fox and the lion. Silence is what connects these two. Silence teaches when to wait and when to strike. Today, people talk too much. They reveal their plans, dreams, emotions, and weaknesses to everyone. They do not realize power disappears the moment it is exposed. But those who stay silent create mystery. And mystery is power. The less you reveal, the more others imagine. The more they imagine, the more they fear what they cannot understand. A man who speaks less forces others to guess. And while they spend energy trying to figure you out, you stay in control. This is psychological strength. Let others expose themselves. You stay unreadable. Silence also builds discipline. When you control your reactions, you build patience. And patience breaks those who cannot wait. In silence, you see what others miss: tone, motive, weakness. You begin to understand people without them knowing it. Let people talk. Let them reveal themselves. You just listen, store the information, and act when the moment is right. That is real power. Quiet, hidden, unstoppable. The more silent you become, the more others feel uneasy. They may call you cold or distant, but their discomfort is proof that your silence has power. A calm mind is a dangerous weapon. It sees everything, forgets nothing, and reacts only when necessary. Drop this in the comments. I speak less. I see more. My silence holds power. 3. Stop chasing approval. Let it come to you. The moment you start craving validation, you lose your freedom. Approval is a trap disguised as praise. The more you need it, the easier you are to control. Most people live their entire lives based on what others think, how they speak, dress, behave, even what they dream about. But when you live like that, you are not living for yourself. You're performing for an audience that doesn't even care. Machiavelli said, "Men are driven either by love or by fear." Most people chase love because it feels safe. The powerful choose respect because respect lasts. When you chase approval, you become predictable. You start changing yourself so others accept you. Each time you do that, you lose a piece of your true self. Power begins when you stop explaining yourself, when you stop needing permission to be who you are. Approval is an illusion. People respect the person who doesn't ask for it. When you move with purpose without seeking validation, people naturally pay attention, because that kind of confidence is rare. Humans follow what they cannot influence. So the one who does not care about being liked becomes the one others admire. That is the paradox of power. The less you chase approval, the more it chases you. To master this, practice detachment. Detach from praise. Detach from criticism. Detach from needing to be seen. Being liked is temporary. Being respected is forever. Respect comes from boundaries, from saying no without guilt. When you no longer fear disapproval, you cannot be manipulated. People will test you. They will hold back praise. They will try to make you doubt yourself. That is how they measure your strength. Most people break. They think silence means rejection. But the wise understand, rejection is redirection toward personal power. When you stop chasing acceptance, you start attracting it. You become magnetic, not because you seek attention, but because you don't need it anymore. Detachment is mystery. Mystery is power. When you stand strong without needing validation, the world has no choice but to notice. Your independence becomes your throne. Stop proving, stop pleasing. Let them chase your approval instead. True authority isn't given, it is claimed. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I don't seek approval. 4. Composure. Confidence. Confidence can be faked. Composure cannot. Anyone can act strong when life is easy, but when pressure hits, most people collapse. Composure is quiet control. It is the power that needs no words. It is the presence that fills a room without speaking. When you walk with composure, you don't need to prove anything. Your energy proves it for you. Machiavelli said, "It is best to appear kind and loyal, but be ready to change when needed." That is composure, the ability to remain balanced while everyone else loses control, the ability to adapt without fear, the ability to stay calm in storms that break others. Composure is not about being emotionless, it is about being unshaken. A composed mind is unbreakable. A composed man cannot be controlled. The world praises confidence because everyone can see it. But composure is feared because it cannot be shaken. A confident man tries to be noticed. A composed man is already noticed without trying. When others argue, he listens. When they rush, he slows down. When situations try to provoke him, he remains steady. People can feel his control. They sense his depth. He doesn't react to every challenge because he knows reacting gives power away. The composed man watches while others waste their energy. His calm becomes a weapon sharper than any anger. Real composure is built through difficulty, moments that test your patience, ego, and emotions. Every time you resist the urge to react, you build strength inside your mind. History's strongest men were not the loud ones. They were the ones who stayed disciplined under pressure. Staying calm under attack is more intimidating than shouting. When your voice stays steady while others lose control, you lead without forcing anyone to follow you. Composure destroys manipulation. No one can control you if they cannot read you. No one can influence you if they cannot predict you. This is why calmness is not weakness. It is strategy. When you master composure, you stop reacting and start responding. Every move becomes intentional. Every decision becomes clear. Confidence may shine for a moment, but composure lasts through storms. The man who stays calm under pressure earns both respect and fear. And that is power. Never let chaos set your tone. Never let noise shake your center. Because when you master composure, you don't just control yourself, you control the entire room. Drop this in the comments. My calm commands power. 5. Feel everything. Show nothing. You're not meant to feel nothing. You're meant to be unreadable. Strong men feel deeply, pain, betrayal, disappointment, anger, but they don't let the world see it. They turn emotion into intelligence. Every feeling becomes fuel. Every scar becomes strategy. Because showing your emotions to the wrong people gives them power over you. Machiavelli said, "Do not win with force when you can win with strategy." The same applies to emotions. You don't win by exposing them. You win by mastering them. Most people think expressing every emotion makes them strong. But the world doesn't reward emotional openness, it takes advantage of it. The moment someone knows what upsets you, they know how to control you. So feel deeply, but in private. Understand your emotions, but don't act from them. Your strength is not in showing everything. Your strength is in choosing what the world gets to see. The Machiavellian mind understands something important. Emotions are signals, not instructions. You can feel everything without reacting to anything. This is emotional control, the ability to let feelings pass through you without losing your center. When anger comes, don't explode. Observe it. When sadness appears, don't drown in it. Watch it. Emotions lose power when you do not perform for them. This is what separates the powerful from the powerless. The powerless react, the powerful reflect. The powerful turn emotional storms into quiet strategy. They don't deny their pain, they transform it. Pain sharpens their awareness instead of weakening them. Showing emotion is not strength. Controlling emotion is. Silence confuses manipulators. Calmness frustrates the arrogant. Stillness destroys those waiting to see you break. When others expect a reaction and you stay calm, they start doubting their power over you. That is psychological dominance. But understand this. The goal is not to feel nothing. The goal is to feel deeply but remain steady. Every emotion you master becomes a brick in your wall of strength. Most people run from emotions because they are afraid of being overwhelmed. But you will learn to stand still in the middle of the storm, knowing storms always pass, but discipline stays. The man who can face his emotions without letting them control him becomes untouchable. Life will test you. People will betray you, challenge you, tempt you just to see if you break. But you won't. You will feel everything, yet show nothing. You will let others wonder what you are thinking while you continue building your life quietly. This is not suppression, this is mastery. Drop this in the comments. I feel deeply, but reveal nothing. 6. Weak minds react, strong minds understand. Every reaction is a message. The moment you react quickly, you reveal what controls you. Weak minds are ruled by emotion, anger, jealousy, fear. They react because they lack inner discipline. They can't sit with silence. Strong minds do not react instantly. They observe, they analyze, they understand the situation before they move. Machiavelli said, "A ruler always has a reason for his actions," meaning, the wise act from strategy, not emotion. The foolish reveal their intentions immediately. The strategist stays quiet, learns, and uses every situation to his advantage. Understanding gives you choice. Reaction gives others control. When you react, you are being led. When you understand, you lead. Modern society trains people to react fast, reply quickly, argue instantly, defend constantly. But quick reactions expose insecurity. The Machiavellian mind knows silence after provocation is not fear, it is power. When you delay your reaction, you create mystery and tension, and the other person loses balance. When you stay silent after someone tries to provoke you, something interesting happens. They reveal themselves. In that silence, you start to see who is emotional, who is manipulative, and who is honest. And once you understand someone, you can control the situation. Weak minds always rush to prove they are right. Strong minds only seek to know the truth. That is the difference between reacting and understanding. Understanding requires patience. Patience comes from discipline. A calm observer can learn more in 1 minute of silence than a reactive person learns in years of noise. Strong people do not defend their image. They don't try to look powerful, they become powerful through their results. They don't argue to be respected. They act in silence until respect becomes automatic. The one who reacts is predictable. The one who understands is unreadable, like a ghost. To build this level of control, you must train your ego to stay quiet. Don't assume. Don't take everything personally. Don't let emotion decide your next move. If someone disrespects you, do not react with anger. Ask yourself, why did they need to do that? What are they trying to prove? If someone lies to you, don't rush to confront them. Study what fear made them lie. When you choose understanding instead of reaction, insults become information, conflicts become lessons, betrayal becomes wisdom. And this is how your power becomes unshakable. Because the person who understands the situation has already won before the reaction even happens. Remember, anyone can react, but only the powerful stay calm enough to see clearly. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I don't react, I understand. Next, power grows when you stop explaining yourself. The moment you stop trying to prove anything to anyone, you step into real authority. The kind that speaks through presence, not words. People who always explain themselves show doubt, and doubt invites others to control you. The more you justify your actions, the weaker you seem. Explanation is often just a hidden apology. Machiavelli said, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." Fear does not come from loud words, it comes from mystery. When people cannot fully read you, they respect you more. But when you explain every move, you become predictable. And when people can predict you, they can control you. The Machiavellian mind knows that silence builds hierarchy. When you speak less, your words carry more power. When you explain less, your actions hit harder. The powerful never waste energy trying to prove themselves. They simply act. Their results speak for them. Every explanation invites argument. Argument pulls you into emotional traps. The wise avoid this completely. Strong people know their decisions need no approval. Their silence after a choice is what intimidates others. People do not actually want truth, they want comfort. When you explain yourself, you are trying to comfort them. And the moment you try to comfort others, you lower your power. Silence forces people to sit in uncertainty, and uncertainty makes them respect you. A calm person who never explains seems dangerous because no one knows what he feels, what he thinks, what he will do next. This unreadability is real power. When you stop explaining, you move from defense to dominance. You become someone who does not seek to be understood, only respected. In a world where everyone wants attention and validation, silence becomes rebellion. Let people guess, let them misunderstand, let them wonder. You owe no explanation for your choices, your silence, your distance, your growth. Every time you hold back an explanation, you strengthen your independence. Some people will call you cold, arrogant, distant. Let them talk. Their confusion shows you have risen beyond their influence. True power is quiet. It does not announce itself. It acts, it moves, it does not seek permission. The one who does not explain holds the advantage, because no one can predict him. So, never explain your intentions, just execute them. Never reveal your strategy. Let results appear by themselves. Power doubles when you understand that silence is your strongest answer. True strength is not loud confidence. It is the ability to remain calm while everything around you shakes. Machiavelli said, "The promise given was necessary then. The promise broken is necessary now," meaning the powerful adapt. They adjust. They choose reason, not emotion. You must now become that person. Calm, cold, untouchable. The storms in life will continue, but they will no longer move you. Because when your emotions belong to you and not the world, you become a master of yourself. And self-mastery is the highest form of power. Drop this final affirmation: I am calm, cold, and untouchable.